All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to GhostBox Live. My name is Greg Bach, and tonight we are doing experimental sessions, which I haven't done in well over a year. And for those who don't remember, what we used to do was very simply that we would not do like our normal ghost box session where we would go and try to reach out to people's loved ones and stuff. What we would try to do is we'd have a specific thing that we would try to do, a specific sort of mission, if you will, of who we wanted to reach out to with the spirit box, and we wanted to see if we could make that, if we could reach that person or people. So this isn't a normal spirit box session that we do where we're reaching out to people's loved ones and everything. What we're trying to do here, we have a goal tonight. We have something in mind that we want to do, and I am very excited about it. And we're going to talk about how we got to this place because this is pretty interesting. And when I was shown what we have here, I'm like, can we do like a live spirit box session with it, please? And so we're going to get into that. It's not my story to tell, so we're going to get into that, and I'm really excited for it. The one thing I want to make sure that people can do, please, is share this video out if you wouldn't mind. The more people involved, the better. I would really appreciate it, especially as I don't know if people even know that I'm doing this at the moment or doing it anymore, considering that I haven't done it in a long time. And I did last time I did just a ghost box session on Facebook was I think in May, if I'm not mistaken, and then I hadn't done one again. So if you could please do so, please let me know. Also, if you're watching, please consider stars. Stars helps me make more content, and I would very much appreciate it. Um, and then if we do end up trying to reach out to people's loved ones later or anything, please consider if I reach out to your loved one or if I resonate to you in some way, please consider a donation. You don't have to, obviously, but every little bit helps, and it's just you know what it's like, right? I know people think that I'm making billions of dollars off the radio show. You'd be wrong, horribly wrong. So, with that being said, why don't we get things started here? I'm going to introduce our guest tonight, who is going to walk through what we're going to do tonight. And she has been on my radio show a number of times, which has always been great. And she is also a very talented psychic medium. She's a very talented paranormal investigator. She travels around the country doing events. She is just very savvy in a lot of things, and I just really enjoy working with her. So I'd like to bring on right now Moon Girl, Mistress of the Paranormal. And
Hey,
Moon Girl, how are you tonight?
I'm great. Always excited to see your face and be on your shows. So thank you again for having me
Well,
and for the
thank you.
kind words. I appreciate you immensely.
Oh, absolutely. Now, the thing is you were excited because you picked something up, and right away I'm like, "Ooh, can we try a spirit box session on this thing?" And what do you have for us tonight?
And I was all for it. First
You
off,
were all for
yes,
it.
yes, yes,
I did not need to twist your arm whatsoever.
not at all.
Not at all.
In fact, I wanted to bring that up to you. So you beat me to the punch.
No.
Great
You may have
minds,
you may have been the one that said it
Aquarian
actually.
minds,
Yeah,
Aquarian minds. So should I start off how all this began?
please do.
Um, so I love going thrift shopping and going to the Goodwill, and I've come across plenty of haunted objects or things that have like an imprint because there's a difference between a haunted object, something with an imprint, that type of stuff. Um, and I love finding or trying to look for like spooky things or obscure things. But I think I found the spookiest thing ever. And actually, I might have manifested this because I've always wanted to find one because I've seen and heard about it like on TikTok and like YouTube that someone found this, and I did. I found a used urn.
Used
In the,
urn.
and you could see the back part, so it was pried open. Um, so,
There you go. Oh my gosh.
yeah, so it's not a brand new urn, although I still had like the little price tag, plastic from when I bought it, and I just kind of left it there so I could kind of show you guys that it came from the store. By the way, I do have a little mini TikTok video where you see me finding it at the thrift shop for those who want to see it. But yes, I found this and I was instantly drawn to it, and I knew I had to purchase it and take it home with me.
Wow.
Um, yeah.
Wow.
And I opened it to check if there was any ashes, and the ashes were gone, but there's still the residue of the ashes there. So I did look at that, and I asked at the thrift shop about it, and they informed me that this is definitely not the first urn they've gotten. In fact, it's kind of a regular thing. So that kind of blew my mind.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so they get them quite often, and then unfortunately, they have to kind of take care of, um, you
So
know,
so they're getting them full.
yes, unfortunately, yes.
Wow. That's sad, isn't it? I mean, that's like
This is like the saddest and spookiest thing I've ever like, encountered. By the way, something just fell right now when we said that. I don't know if you heard it
I
on my
did.
table. Yeah, and I'm way over here, and my hands were on the urn the whole time. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's really sad. It hurt my heart and my soul, and especially after I heard, what they do. Because I was hoping maybe it had the ashes and I would have taken it home, or, maybe they gave me the urn, or the urn was put there, but maybe a family member had taken the remains and put it in another urn or whatever. But no, they informed me that, again, this happens quite often, and they have to, take care of it, and then they
Wow.
put things out. Yeah.
Wow. So being a thrift store, they're just giving it, aren't they? I mean, they're not getting any money off of it or anything. I mean, like
I
the people donating are not getting any money off of it.
No, no, they're not. But I mean, like I explained to you before, it's a lot of this is probably like family members or like the last person in the family who might have had their husband's ashes or their wife's ashes, or a loved one's ashes, and then they pass, so people just kind of get rid of all the belongings. But it's very sad, very sad.
It is very sad. And as I said to you before we started, I said, "Why do I feel like I have a glimpse into my own future?" Someone finding a urn at a thrift store, and
I'll
like
go get you.
they see
You
a
go with me.
tag that says Greg Bakken on it. Yeah. So
The ghost box on you.
yeah, right. It's one buried in there. And feel free to use if if found.
In
Please
front of the
use.
paranormal community together. I'll put a little Ouija board there.
Oh my gosh. You do you feel like, because like you said, you heard something just happened over
Yeah.
there. You heard something.
Well, we
Do
were
you
talking about it, so
right?
he's trying to get our attention.
I've been feeling like, especially all day, that something's going to happen doing this tonight. I don't mean bad. I just mean that we're going to
Yeah.
get something.
Well, as promised, I have not been interacting with it per se, or trying to communicate with it. I kept my word, and I said I'm not going to do this until we do it together, so we can experience it together, and the audience can be there with us, and it's an experience for all of us. It's a first.
I I
Big
did I
version.
I did ask Moon Girl, please don't do anything. Let's just. How hard was that? Because I mean that thing's been there for like 2 weeks now, hasn't it?
Well, here's the thing. I want to start with, like, as soon as I got it, I brought it home and I put it right next to my bed. And it's been there for the past, I guess, 2 weeks or so. Um, and it was tempting, but luckily for you guys, I've been immensely busy. But in other words, like in another time, I probably would have been, very curious about messing with it. But yeah.
If I had said we're not doing this tonight, would that have been like, well, too late then. I'm diving in. I'm seeing who it is.
No, I really wanted to do this together with you after you asked me. But even before that, like I said, I was tempted to ask you if you wanted to do something with it. So I'm glad we get to do this together.
I am too. I am too. There's a few people in the chat. They're just saying hi there, so I just wanted to acknowledge them. Thank you so very much for tuning in tonight and watching this. It's very it's so much fun to do this and to see what we get. And once again, folks, the ground rule here is that we don't we don't guarantee anything, right? I mean, there is no guarantee that we're going to get any sort of responses or anything. But I mean, it's going to be kind of a double act here. I'll be doing my spirit box work, but then Moon Girl, I'm assuming that you're going to let us know what you're picking up and everything, right?
Absolutely. Although I do want to say, even though I have not messed with it, one thing I can tell you is, and from the beginning, I always felt it was a gentleman. So that's one thing. And I have had very vivid dreams, but that was about it because I wasn't trying to mess with it and I wanted to wait till now for us to do it together. But that's off the bat, I can tell you that I've always felt it was a gentleman.
Now, I had also said that to me it always felt like a
Mhm.
man as well. Layla says, "Moo girl, I miss you. Haven't seen you in a long time."
Aw,
So,
thank
there
you. Heart.
Pamela, we haven't seen Pamela in a while. She says it's been a while, but I'm watching over here on YouTube. Excited for this. Um,
Yay.
yeah, I mean hopefully it isn't like Geraldo in that vault. Do you
Oh,
remember that?
yes.
It could be. If
I
it is,
remember. Oh God, talk about egg on your face. Yeah, he was hoping it was like money and like dead bodies and
yeah, no, not even a dead
yeah,
body.
nothing.
Not even a dead body. Well, at least we have that basically because you have
It was definitely
residue.
one.
Yeah, there is residue in that thing, human residue. So yeah. Also, okay, interesting. I mean, I don't know anything about urns yet. I'll probably need to learn something eventually here. The urn does appear masculine in design. You know,
Mhm.
that's interesting.
But it doesn't have any pink flowers.
No, it does
And I
not.
kind of, I kind of felt. I'm gonna be honest, and I mean, I'm gonna joke about it, but um, I mean this with love. I felt like Paul Bearer from like The Undertaker, his manager. Like, I don't know if y'all like watch wrestling, but of course, The Undertaker was always my favorite wrestler since I was a child. I was like, I don't know what that is, but I love that, whoever that is. And then Paul came with the white face and the golden urn, and I was just in love. So I kind of feel like that. And rest in peace to him too. And
That's
so
right.
yeah, I'll be like the female version of Paul.
That's right. He had passed a while ago, hadn't he?
I was immensely heartbroken.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, I don't know what this means, but I'll put it up anyway. We can find out together. I work with Vivianite, crystal, necro, crystal only forms from dead bodies. Is that? I mean, I'm not a scientist or even intelligent, but so I'm not quite sure what that means. But maybe you have some crystal necro Vivianite that you've
I
been breathing now for a couple weeks. I don't know. I
feel like
really don't
this
know.
is gonna die. Then you all can be doing like a seance with my with my
You
we
bring up a
come full
very good
circle.
absolutely. Now you bring up a very good point. This is only probably the first part of what we're going to do here. That we whatever happens tonight, we are probably not done with our friend the urn, as Moon Girl has some plans, and we want to kind of try different things as well. So if we do get just unbelievable amount of communication, we'll probably still be doing more after the fact. So with this, so what the hell was that?
Ooh, it's starting.
I heard something go. Ugh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, that's something. Speaking of weird activity as well, so as I mentioned to you, I set up this table early
Mhm,
on. And when I came downstairs, I'm walking and I suddenly lights turned on and I could hear something. And what I was hearing was the flashlight on my right
mhm.
here rolling across towards the REM pod. Now, I will be completely honest, there's a small like unevenness to the table. I've run into that, but it's never moved on its own before. And that really surprised me because I don't know what it was, because I went back and I retried that a number of times to see if I could recreate it, and I couldn't. I wish I did it on camera. Be perfectly honest here, but I don't know.
All the
So
awesome stuff always happens when we're not filming it.
I know, which so it makes me hate saying it actually, because if someone said that to me, my first reaction is like, sure, because I'm hey, people say it to me when I do it too. So I mean, it's just kind of how it is. Let's see here. Bridget says there are places that take human ashes and make them into various types of art, including but not limited to jewelry, stones, paintings, etc. I've also heard of people using remains in their gardens. It's true.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful way to honor, your loved one.
Right. Well, now you know what to do when you come across more urns. You can
I actually am in the hunt for, more, so
you're in the hunt for human remains. That's
that sounds so wrong when you say it. But look, it's better that, there was someone who would take care of them than them
right.
being discarded, I feel.
And turn them into jewelry with 35% off with your first order.
Yeah.
So here is Mr. Ovilus seems to be going off, and because I'm haven't done this in oh shoot a long time. The table's normally like slanted my way so I could see what the Ovilus
Mhm.
says, and I can't. So let's see. Um, Forever, text, and scope. And as you can see how clear it is on the screen. But yeah, so that to me doesn't mean a thing. So Russ, nice to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
Let's see here, and thank you, Courtney. Yeah, if you anyone who wants to sign up for Patreon, there is Spirit Box involved with that. If you want to sign up for the Patreon, you are talkative tonight. What do you got to say? Preacher. What if it was a preacher?
Can I say what I'm feeling?
I would not want it any other way.
Um, I keep getting a vision of someone having a hard time breathing and kind of putting their hand like this. So I don't
Ooh,
know if this is the cost of it, of this person passing, or this was an ongoing issue, but I see an older gentleman just like having a very hard time breathing and kind of like coughing and not being able to breathe right and holding on
okay.
to this. So I don't know if they mean because their chest hurts or they were like, when you're kind of coughing and it kind of hurts because you've coughed so much, but that's the vision I keep getting.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not great. It's too bad. And one of the things too that I think we should try to figure out is if this person, whoever they may be, has crossed or not. Because part of me wonders if, there's a grand design for this person to come into your life. You know what I mean? Maybe there's something that you were meant to do to help, or we were meant to do to help, and maybe there's something we can do as well. Let's see here. Blah blah blah. I told my hubby that I was turning him into a sand-like timer. Wow. That way he can still be part of family game night. Oh, so it's like a time. Okay, well, wow. I'm pretty sure he regrets procreating with me. So We got Greg Koss in the house. Hi, Greg. Nice to see you. Let's see. And to Courtney's point, thank you. If you hear something or see something, say something. Let us know. All right. A couple things I want to do here. I want to do just a quick grounding session for those watching. You do not have to take part, but since we are doing spirit work with a unknown spirit, I think that it's only best to just make sure that you do not have to take part in this. Anyone does, or if you have your own way of doing it,
Yeah.
that is absolutely fine. Russ is like, this is the urn, correct? Can we see the urn again, Moon Girl? There we go. We're not messing around over here. That's what's
I
going
mean,
on.
you guys told me to open it, but you could tell how they were prying it open. It's full of like scratches and stuff because usually kind of glue it or close it, but they were trying to open it to get ashes out.
Okay, so does that not sound weird to you that someone was trying to pry it open? Like, what does that mean, right? That's weird. That's
Well,
weird.
like I said, it's they were trying to get the remains out.
Oh, and that's
So
the only way. Because once again, I know nothing about urns. It's not something
well,
you can
like,
just
it
you can
cannot
just
open
screw
like
open whenever you want to. Got it.
well,
Okay.
there's different ones, I'm sure, but I think the majority of them have something like this, so you could stick it in one way or another, and then they usually kind of lock it or glue it or something, so they cannot um, you cannot open it again. I mean, it's not meant to.
I mean, that makes sense when you say
Like,
it. I
maybe
mean,
you get like a glass one or something, and you're able to like transfer it or something. But usually it's their final resting place. Just like with a coffin, you're not going to go pry open a coffin and you know.
I do all the time. Oh wait, that was not meant to be live. Anyway, let's see here, folks. Let's see here. Russ says, for some reason, I'm getting a female spirit from a southern state. Not to be vague. I mean, you're all you need is an address. You're just about there, Russ. I mean, that's cool. That's the cool thing about this. None of us really know, or at least we have our feelings. Maybe we'll be able to get a little bit closer to that. KC Meditation says, lots of coughing in the urn. Candy says, hello. Uh,
Hi.
let's see, urns are sealed. I just learned that. Let's see, Bridget, remains were possibly replaced somehow. Uh, and then remains are normally in an urn in a plastic bag.
Yeah.
Even if the urn opens, the ashes want to come out. So a lot of urn experts tonight is what I'm picking up over here. Gosh, I know nothing about any of
It's
this.
definitely not the first time I've seen an urn or been around one that actually had ashes, but this is, you know, one that I found at the thrift shop and was able to bring home with me. So I kind of know how it kind of works, I guess. But
I know nothing. I know that I have urns of two of my cats,
oh,
and those are wood boxes, and that was about that. And I'm sure if I opened it up, it did be in like a plastic bag as well.
yeah,
But
they usually even when they cremate you before you even have an urn or if you don't have one, they put your ashes in a plastic bag and then in this like little box, and then they give it to you, and then or if you want to if you already have an urn, you can give it to them and they'll put the ashes for you, um, or you can take it home if for those who can't afford an urn or whatever, they put it in
yeah,
a box.
I know that with my cats, they had a cheaper plan that I could have them uh, uh, done with other cats, and we'd get all their ashes and get some of theirs. Do they do that with humans? No, I'm just kidding.
Um, Someone kind of said something like that, but with
No.
unclean bodies. But I don't
Uh,
know how true that is, but like unmarked graves or people who never claim I guess homeless or something like that. Again, I don't know how true that is, but I've definitely heard something like that. So
Well, and we will get to this. I'm just enjoying the comments, and I hope you all are too. So we will get to a spirit box session. You're not in a super hurry, are you, Moon Girl?
no. But you know what else? I mean, as of late, if you guys have heard the news or seen the news, there's been a lot of funeral homes have been very shady and been closed down, where they still had bodies there and they were all in the same spot, or bodies weren't even buried and people were getting lawsuits and old um, places like that, funeral homes. So I don't know if y'all read about that stuff. So that's been happening.
I have not, but apparently the Diabolus has. Says faster.
Faster.
You, you relax. We'll get to you when we get to you, okay? Let's see here. Russ says that he is not an expert, just has a collection of family members or enemies. People will never know, huh? That's funny. My dad's ashes are on the shelf within sight of where I'm sitting right now. He's been put in a wood box. Candy says the reason they don't deal is because a lot of families is some to make memoirs. Learned that all my years of working at the cemetery. Wow. Bridget says I'm just gonna put my husband in a coffee can.
Decaf or caffeinated?
Well, here's the thing: do they even make coffee cans that are metal anymore? Aren't they all just plastic anyway?
Plastic. Maybe like the little ones. I don't know.
And yes, I am going with the Costco value. Honestly, I've said it before. If you just dump me into like the forest, just let animals just kind of
Oh,
dispatch with me. So you're just like, ugh. Let's see here. Mandy says we put my grandma's ashes in an Amazon box. Uh, she, she liked to shop online.
I'm sorry. I'm so happy about that. I feel like a jerk for laughing at that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Russ has said that there's been at least 4 national news events that have exposed funeral homes for charging $8,000 for a cremation. That does seem pretty steep, but are literally taking the bodies and dumping them in the woods, which is what I want behind the funeral homes. But I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to spend $8,000 just to be thrown into the woods. I just want that to be organic. So, all right. Let's see here. I'm just going to run through some quick grounding for those who want to take part in it. I One thing that we do want is we don't want your energy, but we do want your intention. So basically, all I'm asking for is if you want to hear who is in the urn, you're a part of this. So you can help us. You can put out the intention that we are here tonight to reach out to whoever belonged in that urn and whoever wants to speak to us. We are here as friends. We are here to help if we need to help. We want just to make sure that we want to interact with this person however they want to interact. So, for those of you who want to ground, both feet on the ground, please. And just take a moment and just imagine that there is well, take a couple deep breaths to start with. We've been kind of having some fun here, but kind of slow down a little bit, calm, and just breathe in and breathe out. Just kind of, it's what I always like call stop time a little bit. And
Mhm.
from there, start to think about spirit, start to think about your loved ones, the ones who have passed, but are with you. You may start feeling tingling. You may start feeling like they are there because they are always with us. And from there, just imagine from your heart chakra, if you all have a heart, that it's a white light that there with all your loved ones, whoever you look at as being either a spirit guide, a loved one who's always there, someone you miss, there's that light. And from that heart chakra, the light starts to grow and grow and grow. And the purpose of the light growing is that that's our shield, that's our armor. That's going to take care of us. We want to speak to whoever belongs in that urn, but we also want to protect ourselves. We do not want to give away our protection. What we are asking for, our body is ours, and no one's allowed to attach themselves to it. So if you can imagine that that light has now taken over as if it is it's a shield. What I like to do is I also like to make sure that it actually I move that to all the walls, up, down, protect my cat over there who is pretending to be dead, and from there we are going to be safe. We're going to have uh, a good session, and I don't know. I can feel it, and it's good because I haven't done this in a while. So, for those who want to know, I normally have a lot more out here, but we're keeping it simple tonight. The obelisk has been going. Let's see. It says paint blind wings. I did have chicken wings tonight. I'm not going to lie. I don't think that's what it means though. And then that works real well. All right. Well, that's news. All right. No REM pod tonight. It was working, but apparently the battery died. So there you go.
It ran out of juice.
What a scam. It's already falling apart. We haven't even started yet. So all right.
Maybe we drained it.
That's what I'm gonna go with. Not that it's an old battery, not that it's been on for a little while, that it's all spirit. That's the only possible
We're gonna lie like all the other paranormal investigators do.
We're just gonna spirit, I saw you take the energy out of my 9 volt. So all right, well that's a damn squid. Are you gonna come over at least and say hi to everybody, or is this really gonna fall apart? He doesn't give a crap either. All
So
right.
I also want to say, if I can, to the audience to pay close attention, because when we're doing this, since we are all joining in our energy, there could be a loved one that comes in for you guys who's passed on and wants to have a message for you guys. So there may be a message in here for you all as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I do want a REM pod. I do want a REM pod. I'm sorry. I want a REM pod on tonight. So, and we've already wasted. I've wasted 38 minutes of everyone's time. Another 3 minutes trying to get a battery into the impossible REM pod. Shouldn't be too bad, right?
Yeah. But I seriously feel like this is definitely not going to be the last time we do this. So, stay tuned for part 2, 3, 4, whatever it is.
But beforehand, just real fast,
Aw.
he always comes on, so we got to give him a little bit of love before we do it. I know there's people like, seriously, are we doing this spirit box session tonight? This is how it works.
We're lovers here.
People who watch know. Now, what probably people don't see is how skinny he is. He's not great. He's a 15-year-old boy, right? Who's probably also hungry, but he's coming close to earn time as well. So sorry, I didn't mean to say that in front of you. How rude. But yeah, so that's Liney. All right, go away. All right. Yeah, this isn't going to be our last time. Why is it that putting the battery in a REM pod is so hard? Or is it easy for you?
No, I don't even want to mess with it. I just give it to somebody. I'm like, put it in. I don't want to deal with it.
All right. All right. So, once again, Moon Girl, if you can pick up something, wave at me because I probably won't be able to hear. Do we want to start with you doing any more reading of it, then I run Spirit Box for a bit, then we come back to you, or how would you like to do this?
No, I think we can go straight to it. Let's jump into it. And if
Jump
I feel
into it.
something, yeah,
All
we're
right,
ready.
let's do it. Um, let's do tonight. I'm going to do 200 reverse sweep rate. I'm just using an SB7. I do have an SB7 Pro. I haven't been really using that as much. When we do, for those tuning in who do a lot of work with Spirit Box, you may all be like, well, there's other type of devices made by people like Austin or KD or Jay Prather or something. We have found that this particular SB7 works best when we are having it go through the internet for people to hear. So that's why we're going to do this. It's going to be loud, folks. It is
Really quick, I want to say I really do feel like it was a older Caucasian gentleman.
an older,
Um,
what kind of gentleman?
a Caucasian gentleman, an
Okay.
older white man. I'm seeing like khaki-ish pants and like I guess you call him like a tank top or wife beater, and he feels like he's alone. Like there's nobody. I think there was nobody really taking care of him.
So he hasn't
So,
crossed.
well, I'm just seeing him. I think he's trying to cross.
Right. I just feel like being alone like that, he probably is still feeling like a lot of human
I think he's
emotion.
very alone towards the end of his.
All right.
This one.
Give me a sec. It's going to be loud. I'm trying to get a little bit louder.
Yeah.
Let me know if you all need it to be louder. The person on the screen that I'm the person on the screen I'm pointing to, her name is Moon Girl, my name is Greg. We are looking for the person who had been in that urn.
Yeah. Can you tell us about yourself?
There's other ways to talk to us as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can go touch that flashlight over there and it would turn on. Or you can touch the antenna over there and it will turn on. That will let us know that you are here, which is what I'm looking. This is me doing it. Do you understand? Right now, can I please ask the person whose remains were in that urn that Moon Girl has? Moon Girl, could you lift it up, please? For if you're in that urn, can you please step forward and let us know that you're here, please?
Can you tell us how you passed?
Are you still trying to pass? Agreed?
Something kind of like older music.
There's people who are saying in the comments here, people are saying that you need help. We're here to help if you need it.
Were you alone? Do you know that you've passed on?
Can you give us your name, please?
What was that?
I'm going to need you to be as clear as possible, please. We want to make sure that you're okay.
I keep getting the name Albert. I don't know if it's from him or somebody from the audience. The name Albert.
It's interesting. You're getting Albert. Jen here said she's getting an Adam. Both A names.
And I can't read the comments. Just so you know.
All right, yeah. Is your name Albert?
Yeah.
It sounded like a woman just said Christina.
It sounded a woman.
Anyone else get that?
It was. Is it women? Is there an Albert here? Who is Albert?
Do we have an Albert? I've heard it twice. I've heard David. At least it felt like I heard David. Let me ask, though, about Adam. Is there an Adam here? Sound like, what do you want?
Do you know what year it is? Do you know what year it is?
Need you to speak clear. Do you know what year it is? Yes.
We need you to come in very clear. Please speak to us. I can make that out.
Were you a dancer?
Are you a veteran?
I thought I heard a yes to that for that question.
Yeah.
To your question.
Did you serve?
Where did you serve? I am getting serious pressure on my head.
Mm-hmm. Can you please let us know what happened to you? You say, I died?
It sounded something like that. I'm trying to see if it comes up on the.
It sounded like a man said, I died. On the
Yeah.
living room. Hear that?
Yeah, it was. My closed captioning said that. I died.
How? How did you die? Were you having a hard time breathing? Or was it your chest? I still feel like it was something to do with having a hard time breathing and the chest like I got earlier.
Yeah, but couldn't that be something that was brought on by something in the war that he lost? Like, what if he drowned or something?
Yeah. It can even be Agent Orange, depending on how.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But he when I'm seeing him, he looks older, so he wasn't. I don't think he passed in the service or something like that. Or he looked like an older gentleman, much older.
Sure. Well, to your point then, what if it was like Agent Orange that had like results of it or something?
Yeah.
You know,
Whoa, what was that?
for Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
Did you serve in the Vietnam War?
Can you please communicate with us? We're trying to help you. You want to cross over? Can you tell us how you died? My name is Moon Girl, and we just want to communicate with you. This is a safe space for you.
Are you upset with how your remains were handled?
How do you feel about me taking your urn home with me? Are you okay with that? Yeah, I would say.
As soon as Moon Girl got your urn, she wanted to reach out to you before doing anything else.
Can you tell us how you ended up at the thrift shop? It almost sounds like whispering, but I can't make it out.
Like that.
Does anybody in the audience have any questions you wanted to ask?
Chris would like to know, did you die from a gunshot?
Do you want to tell us how you passed away?
Bruce would like to know, where did you live? Can you tell us where you live, please?
Were you received by anyone who passed on? When you passed away?
Now, Bruce heard Washington. As far as where you live, I myself did not hear anything personally, but that doesn't mean it wasn't said.
Something that I couldn't make it out. Like a male's voice. Something about yourself.
Bible.
I thought I heard Bible. Yeah.
Read Bible? Yeah.
I heard Bible.
Like, read the Bible. Are you a preacher?
Is there a verse you want me to read from the Bible? What verse do you want me to read?
Right.
Are you a religious man? A God-fearing man?
What color is your hair?
Do you have any regrets? What if we switched it up? Can you show us a sign that you're here with us, whether you touch one of those equipments that Greg has on the table, or make something fall or move either at my place or Greg's place, or maybe someone in the audience?
Yeah, if you prefer to make one of these go off instead of going through here, we can do whatever you want. That's an interesting one.
You have our permission. In October.
I think that's radio.
Can you turn the flashlight on for us? Or can you make it move?
Can you just touch that? Make it go on so that we know that you're listening and that we can communicate with you, please?
Mm-hmm.
We're not asking you to have you do tricks for us. It's a good way to know that you're with us.
Yes. What was that?
I don't know. It didn't come up through closed captioning. Is somebody like moaning through here?
Yeah. Were you having a hard time breathing?
We can help you.
Do you need help?
I feel like somebody needs help.
Are you alone now? Actually, let's kind of turn this really quick. Is there anybody else here with us? Does anybody want to communicate with us at all? Can
What is your name? I thought I got a couple names. One of them sounded like Edward.
Yep.
Casey heard Robin. Bruce heard Francis.
Please interact with us, guys, because we may not be hearing something, me and Greg, and maybe you guys caught something and we didn't catch it. Is there any women with us?
When you ask if there's any women with us, the box is just like, oh yeah.
Y'all want to tell us your name? What about any men? Is there any men with us? I heard of me.
Yeah. I thought I heard earlier the name Christina. Is there someone with such a name here?
Whoa, what was that? Did anybody in the audience?
It said, according to the closed captioning, it said a priesthood.
Oh, wow.
Remember, preacher.
Yeah. And the Bible. You want to tell us where you're from? Where were you from? Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Were you part of the Catholic Church? Do you believe?
Oh, go ahead.
What? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, do you believe in talking to us in the afterlife?
What did that say?
Or is it against your belief system?
Is there something that surprised you about the life now that you're here? I'm feeling like really hot all of a sudden. Is anybody else feeling hot in the audience? Almost comes up. Almost like a hot flash kind of thing.
Do you feel that this lack of communication is on purpose?
No. Do you not want to speak with us? Is there a reason that you are not speaking with us? Is someone trying to prevent you to, or is it against your religion? How do you think? How do you feel about us trying to communicate with you?
Now, Stacy believes he doesn't trust us, and he's mad no one talked to him when he was alive.
Well, that's a good reason to be upset. Do you not trust us? We are not trying to hurt you. We just want to communicate with you or help you if we can. I'm getting more like a very stubborn energy, someone very stuck in their ways.
Absolutely. That's yes.
Kind of reminds me of the movie Grumpy Old Men. Remember?
We might shut down here in a minute because I don't know what more we can do unless you want to keep going.
We're about to leave, so please speak to us. If there's something you want to say, you need to say it now because we won't be able to do this till another time. We're gonna go. Is it okay we go? Do you want to go?
Chris would like to know, though, what page of the Bible did you read?
Is there a verse in the Bible you want us to read or tell us about? Is there a message?
All right.
Is that trying to communicate with you against your religion?
Sound like a no, but you may be stubborn now, but we are here to help you. And we will help you. And you will need us at some point. and we'll be here for you.
Yes. I do want to tell you thank you for finding me and for coming home with me. Thank you very much. And I promise to take care of you here. And I'm sorry about how they handled your remains.
Yeah. Your urn is in very safe hands. The safest.
Kind of sounds like God or something like that.
See what it says in the. It sounded like back to your, and then I didn't get the rest of it.
I heard dear God, but this is what I heard.
Oh, interesting. Well, that's what Bruce heard. Bruce heard dear God as well. All right. We're going to let you go, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Before we go, can you loudly leave us with a name, please?
Hello.
I heard a hello, but it's a woman.
Yeah.
That was not him.
I didn't hear a name.
Yeah. We're getting jumpers. I think that he's kind of more watching other people do this. I think the stubbornness gets in the way, and he's kind of just allowing others to come in and just kind of watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to kind of just seclude him.
Can you all please let us speak to him? Or encourage him to speak to us? It just kind of seems like he doesn't want to talk.
Like a whistle. Like a gym whistle. All right.
Oh.
Nothing new on the obelisk.
Mm-hmm.
What we'll do is we're going to try again.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that we mean no harm and that we want to help. And I hope you see that, and I hope that helps you want to talk with us.
We will be back. Maybe by then you'll warm up to us.
Well, and just know, if you only want to talk to Moon Girl, or if you only want to talk to the two of us, just let us know that as well. We just thought we'd get some people to help. Put it out the Bible again.
I thought I heard OY earlier.
I'm going to shut this down. Thank you very much for talking with us. I'm going to shut this down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. All right. That's how that went. Honestly, I don't know about you. I'm not too terribly surprised. It's hard. I think it's very hard. And focusing on a person like that through the box, I think, can be hit or miss. But I think that there was some stuff that came through that was, I think, very interesting.
Well, of course, there's never really any guarantee when we're trying to communicate with you want to go investigating or anything like that. But I do feel like he was very stubborn. I do feel that it was an elderly gentleman. I
Yeah.
did see khaki pants and like the wife beater thing, the chest and the coughing and not being able to breathe. Um, I think there could have been something to do with the military. I don't know if maybe he was in there or there was something to do with military. But he was also speaking about the Bible and he seemed like he was a religious man. So those are some of the things we got off by that. I was seeing, the older salt and pepper hair, a little bit hunched over, small frame man. He looked like a smaller frame man. And I'm going to say probably 5'8", 5'6", not very tall man. That's
Okay.
what I was getting. I don't know if anybody else got something or felt something, but I've always felt it was an elderly gentleman.
And I think it's worth pointing out too, if we even go off of what the obelisk said, like preacher doesn't mean that they have to hold an official
Yeah.
spot in a church or something. That they could be someone who just they found that their will was to let out the good word, right? That their point was to uh, even in an unofficial capacity, that they're telling people about the Bible and stuff. I heard Bible come through a few times, and I think faith in itself and the type of faith might be part of the reason why uh, he's not talking to us.
There's definitely hesitation there. I feel like he kind of does want to talk to us, but he's holding back. There's
Yeah.
for sure hesitation, but I feel like he'll warm up to us.
Yes. I mean, who wouldn't? We're amazing.
Team Aqua.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I think he was here. I mean, and I don't have the pressure in my head that I did before. It just assumes. I mean, it just, and that's my way of knowing that somebody is around. So yeah, get down. So
Yeah.
sorry. My
What about
car.
the audience? Did anybody feel anything or catch anything? Or maybe you heard something? Do you feel like maybe someone you knew came through?
So Bruce says a lay leader possibly, which is kind of what I was wondering about. Someone who might just go and like read some scripture during mass or something. Um, Stacy says he does want to talk, but he's being petty right now. Casey thought that she thought that he had emphysema and that he's got a raspy voice, and that they believe that his name is Adam.
Oh.
Now, Bruce.
I kept getting the name Albert. But maybe it was somebody else. I heard Albert.
Well, they would care to respond, that would certainly help matters quite a bit.
Right?
Let's see. Bruce said, I wondered if the strength of the communication is diminished by the small amount of residue in the urn. I personally believe that our physical selves don't really play too much into what happens after we go. It's more of like if anything, if they are upset with how their body or how their remains were taken care of. And I think that's where I really thought that we might get a little bit more information of obviously, not obviously at all. For all we know, they got a different urn for this person and they transferred everything. I think it's unlikely, but we don't know that either.
No,
But
I do know because I asked.
oh, they
And
had it. They had it. Oh,
that's why I was like, how do you feel about how your ashes, your remains were taken care of? So I'd be salty too. So I
yeah.
don't blame him, and the lack of trust too. I wouldn't blame him either because it was disrespectful the way his remains were handled.
Carelessly handled.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Not the only one.
Is Linda's asking, is that the urn, the pendant? No, the urn is an urn.
Yeah.
It's a true urn. She Moon Girl held it up earlier, as like right now, in fact.
All bear female.
Yeah,
All bear.
that's right. That's right. So yeah, no,
Undertaker. Sorry, I had to do it. Wait. Undertaker. There.
it is a big urn, you know,
I'm
and
gonna come pull my legs tonight because I'm using him for the comedy prop.
oh yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. It's a really interesting night. I think that I I feel like that we will get this person to talk to us.
Yeah. I think he will warm up to us for sure, and we're
Hmm.
getting wet with him. But of course, we always wish and hope for the best, but it's never a guarantee. We could be in a haunted location for hours and hours and nothing, and maybe by the time our equipment's gone or put away, finally we get something. Or sometimes you get nothing, no matter how haunted the location they claim it is. So it's kind of a hit or miss, and we can't really force the spirits to speak to us, just like sometimes they will just speak to me without me even asking. So it kind of goes both ways that way.
Absolutely. Now, KC says, "Yeah, get more urns too." So you know, I have
If I
I have
can.
I have quite the spirit box collection. You could be known for your collection of urns that are
Yes.
empty.
Like I said, I'm hoping now I'm in the hunt for especially before they, handle the
The
remains.
situation. Yeah,
But, yeah.
yeah.
Believe me, I asked. Can I
Uh,
just buy it like that? Yeah.
Linda asks, "Is for you if this is someone in the urn that you know?" And no, it's not. At the
I just
very beginning of the live, Moon Girl explains the backstory of everything.
Mhm.
Got to go check it out. It's good. Sounds like there's more where that came from too.
There definitely is from what I hear. So this might not be the only urn we do a session on.
Yeah, totally. I mean, this could be,
It's a
every
series.
month a new urn. Yeah, yeah. Gosh, I don't know. It's it. There's so many questions with all of this that in terms of like what is a situation? It's like for me, what is a situation that one person is going to bring an urn to a thrift store, but it sounds like that there are more than the one. So it's like who. Who would even think that? I would never have thought that, to be perfectly honest.
And like I said, I've heard stories of people finding them, but I just never, imagined that I'd be the one who actually get. But I was pretty stoked when I did, honestly. And I'm gonna be for realsies with you guys. When I saw it, I was like, well, should I buy it? I don't know, because I kind of felt like in a way disrespectful for buying it, and I didn't want it to be used like as a prop or something. That's not what I was trying to do. And I actually left and I came back and I said, no, you know what, I really want it. And I don't like how they handled it. And it really hurt my soul knowing that it was just, handled that way. And then someone just threw it there. And I was like, I want it. I want to take it home with me. I want to, honor this person. And if I can communicate with it, I totally would. And I'm glad I did.
Now, it's only disrespectful if you haggled on the price.
Yeah, no.
I'll
It
give
was
you
it was beyond reasonable, I promise you. I did a little mini TikTok video and you actually see me at the thrift shop saying, "Hey, look, I found this, and the price was like $6."
That's
So
affordable. You know, it is so sad. I mean, because I know that the person's not in there, but that's
it's
what
still, I just feel like it's really disrespectful. But
that's
yeah,
like. This is what they're worth is $6. You know,
yeah,
yeah, it's weird. It's weird, but like I said, it's you know, in your hands, it's going to be treated with the greatest respect. It's not going to be like a pencil holder or something. You know, it just
no,
it's and that's um hold on. Linda, who clearly has shown up late to this. I wonder if the urn you have has the person crossed over. How can you tell? We were kind of going through that, and that's one of the things that um, we've been asking. We weren't getting really any responses. Some people said that they heard that we need help, that they need help in the spirit box responses. Part of me, and I don't, Moon Girl might have a completely different idea on this. Part of me is like, I don't want to do any kind of crossing over until we get some sort of response. Just, I think,
I agree. I do want to get some sort of response, and I also feel like there was several people coming through here.
yes,
So I don't think that it was all him. So maybe somebody did hear stuff like crossover or whatever it was. But like I said, I think he was more quiet, and he was just kind of letting people speak and maybe throwing little things, throwing us bones here and there. But I think the
yeah.
majority of it was just random hitchhikers, if you want to call them that.
Well, and he very well could. He very well could. I mean, this could. I mean, I'm assuming this is completely brand new to him. Like he's never
Sure.
even thought of anything like this could happen before. And so,
At
even
his age, being a
yeah,
very, I still feel it's an elderly
sure.
gentleman.
Well, and then even if he wanted to speak, and suddenly there's like 20 other people trying to get through at the same time. I mean, you and I have a bright light, so just turning on the box, just going through the work of doing it, we're just opening ourselves up for spirit to come, any spirits to come and talk with us, whether we ask them to or not.
Yeah. And then we have the audience. And like I said, the audience be open, because sometimes a message, when I've done this before, I used to do a lot of lives for many years.
Yeah,
And I could be doing a session, um, or a divination, and it could be off topic, and it's a message for somebody else, and somebody be like, "Oh, my God, that was my aunt," or "This has happened to her," or somebody here who had breast cancer is coming through and passed away, and her name is whatever. It's not for me. And then someone in the in the comments like, "Yeah, that was my aunt or my mother or whatever." So you guys have to kind of be open to that when we do these sessions.
well, and there was like somebody who said that when you had mentioned Albert, there's somebody like I think they said like my grandfather's name was Albert or something like that, and it's like, to your point, it's hard to know sometimes, and hopefully this person that we have been trying to get a hold of tonight, maybe they saw how it works, and maybe next time it's better. Maybe the next time the responses are more collected, more organized, that
Yeah.
we could be able to maybe figure out a little bit more of this person's background and how to help them as well.
Hmm. For sure.
Yeah,
But I definitely want to do this again. And I think we could kind of switch it up a little bit. Maybe he'd be more open to different things, a different
totally,
format, or maybe a voice recorder or something different like that. Or maybe we could try doing a seance.
totally.
Um, yeah.
I think all of those are fantastic ideas, and you
We could
know,
even try to do some divination work with it.
totally,
'Cause I also do, when I do investigations, not only do I go as a medium, and of course we'll pull out the equipment, but sometimes I literally use different forms of donation to read the building or the haunted location or residence, whatever it is. So maybe we can do something like that too.
I think so. And maybe as a good way of doing that too is that we use anything but spirit box, just to kind of see how that works, because I feel like that it might be a lot. And I also believe too is like we've done it this way. I think less can be more in some of these situations. So like maybe we focus more on either like a seance and voice recorder next time or something like that, where it's maybe there's too much stuff for this person to do, like to communicate with us with, and maybe it's overwhelming to them for all we know.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't fully trust apps, but have I used them? Full disclosure, absolutely. Will I continue to use them? Yes. And I have actually gotten some things coming through with like the necrophonics. I've had them
Yeah,
say my name or whatever, or speak in different languages. And little did I know that place was people who first built it were German and something or whatever, So I mean, sometimes you do get things with the apps, even though I'm not, super up on them, but maybe we can try the necrophonics next or something like
absolutely. Necrophonics was where I had Queen Elizabeth II tell me to F off. So,
that.
so yeah, I think why not?
We
Uh,
we had one where me and the girl were at a Twin City Opera House, and they called us the B word, and I was like, I've been called worse, sir. No.
you have me at a disadvantage. I don't even know your name. So yeah, no, I think there's a lot of that, and that's the fun thing about this. There's so many different ways that we can go about it. It does not have to be the same thing. Um, that and Linda's asking, did the Ovilus get anything? And Ovilus got some words. The only word that I personally keep hanging on doesn't mean that it's right, but it's just something that keeps hanging to me is the word preacher. I felt that there was something to that. We did hear through Spirit Box priesthood, but doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean that that had anything to do with the person we're trying to reach either. And I think it's important to, and it's hard for me. It's important not to create your own narrative when you're getting these responses. Like, well, it's clearly a preacher that that was he's a priest and blah blah blah. It's more like there isn't enough to really form any sort of true character outline for this person yet, I think, apart from
I
like the
mean,
stuff
this
that you've
may
been
not
picking
even
up.
be the person who said preacher. This could have been another, spirit. So that's we
Absolutely.
always have to be kind of open to this. All we can do is hear them out, and we kind of just put it together. It's like
Absolutely. Now,
unless you're
Kate,
coming to with a clear, like, mediumship message, like I told you, the things I felt, I feel very secure in what I felt from that, what he showed me. But
oh,
so that way you
absolutely.
get to speak.
Absolutely. I would get, yeah. Uh, Casey had asked, please explain necrophonics.
Necrophonics is an app you can download, and you can put like the white noise. You could do oh my gosh, what was it? Was it
Is that echo based?
Echo? Yeah, I think it's an Echo too. So you could
Okay,
switch it, and then you will get responses. And I've gotten them the full Moon Girl, so several times.
sure, sure.
And I've got them to say some pretty cool stuff, or like, what color is this and whatever, those kind of things. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not like crazy about apps, but I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten some pretty cool responses with that, and I'll still incorporate them in my investigations.
Absolutely. I've had on my show Anthony F. Sanchez, and he is the creator of the website Ghost Hunter Apps. And he has a lot of apps, and he said he's going to send them to me so I can start using on investigations and stuff, because I know the type of stuff he's doing, and I've seen some of his videos, and they're very interesting.
Mhm.
The problem is, it's like we don't tend to use them like when we're doing lives like this, because it's really hard for people to hear what is being said, and that's why it's as annoying as the SB7 can be. It it's loud enough that people pick up what's being said.
Yeah.
So like doing the necrophonics is like we can try, but more than likely you folks out there and one of us are not really going to be able to hear a ton from it. But still, if it gets some sort of information to us, of course it's worth it.
Yeah. And then sometimes the most simplest, I guess you would say, equipment, like just a recorder, can get a lot of evidence more than the fancy equipment that we tend to purchase, hoping that we hear something better. But yeah, I've heard some stuff just it's like the old school little record, you know, and then you play back, and then that's it.
Well, and one of these times too, I could use the SB7 Pro. Like that's the new fancy big ass spirit box. It's pretty robust. It's just something that I myself have yet to fully be comfortable with. But it's other things. It's just more stuff that we can try. But I think you and I will figure out like how that order goes. What's that progression of stuff that we try and how we try stuff, so that there is an organized sort of plan to try to reach out to this person and have them start communicating with us, I guess.
And then we still need to do investigations together. So
Yes,
we'll plan that sometime soon.
yes, we do. Well, I mean, it doesn't help that we're like literally on the opposite ends of the
I
country,
know.
but that's fine. We were close to getting that one location in Wisconsin we're going to reach out to, and
Yeah.
that kind of just, at least at the moment, seemed to just fall through. But yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff, or even I have an idea actually. I think I have an idea. So yeah,
Woo!
we can chat about that too at some point. But yes, so it there's stuff that we could do. So yeah, and I want to know from folks listening. I mean, I know that it's all dwindled quite a bit. I understand it's getting late, but hopefully, people who have been watching, that they found this interesting and that they enjoyed what they heard.
Or
Uh,
probably a little bit entertaining.
yeah, right. I mean, it's just hopefully that there weren't people like wondering if they still had the will to live after listening to this.
Moving to
And
2 nut jobs. Yeah.
Linda asked you, where are you located?
Me? I
Yeah.
am in South Texas. Howdy.
Howdy. That's cool. That's cool. On the other side of where Debbie is at the moment, the hurricane.
Oh, the hurricane. Florida?
Yeah, I mean, because it's coming through. It's not going,
Oh.
not anywhere near Texas, but it's coming up through the Gulf.
Oh no. Yeah, we just had like I think the last time we did the GhostBox radio, we were going through something too, getting like tropical storms and
Yeah, you had you weren't even sure if you were going to be on that night. You think,
I was worried too because it was pouring and it was pretty bad in some places. And
yeah,
most of Texas has Spectrum, so we didn't have internet for a while.
yeah.
So yeah, but we made it. Yeah.
Yeah, nope. It was good. It was good. So let's see. Anything else here? Bruce said it was definitely interesting. So, you know. Oh, and Nancy said it was interesting. So that's good.
Thank you.
So
So we will
yeah,
definitely try again for you guys and see what we pick up with him.
absolutely.
Or if I happen to stumble upon another urn, I will let you guys know.
The chances seem to be pretty good for you.
Apparently, so now I'm gonna go like every other day. Like, is there an urn here?
You're just gonna call them up every day. Yo, it's me. You got any more urns?
No, they're like, can we just like ban this crazy biatch from coming back? Just
Then
leave us
stop
alone.
getting urns. You know.
I know.
No, I mean them. If they keep getting urns, you're gonna keep showing up. If they don't want you there, stop getting
I
urns.
definitely will. And either way, I'm still purchasing it, so it's a win-win situation.
You're keeping them in business.
Yes.
You're keeping the urn department going over at this thrift store. Jill Jade says, "Love your GhostBox sessions. Experiment. Keep it up. We will, and hope for more with you and Moon Girl. Thank you.
Thank you. Heart.
Thank you very much." Now, before we let everyone go here, how can people get a hold of you? And like you mentioned that you had videos on TikTok, but you also do work such as readings and a lot of other things that people should be following you and making sure that they're up on all the stuff that you're doing.
Thank you. Yes, I do a lot of different forms of divination, mostly obscure divinations, all like shell readings, tea leaf readings, bone readings, toothpick
Banana.
readings. I'm not gonna do the banana one. Of course, Chinese face reading, stuff like that, and of course, paranormal investigator, and sometimes I do classes. And oh gosh, I know I do some other crazy stuff. Can't remember, but yes, please follow me on Instagram. It's Moon Girl, Mistress of the Paranormal. There's another one called Moon Girl Paranormal, and another one you say it for me because I can't say it right. Moon Girl, what?
But
Horror, not
yes, that's right. Horror. Just,
yes,
just
because I also
horror, not
like
said any other way. I forgot about that. That's why I'm like, what? Oh gosh, yeah.
I also dabble with acting and production when I can. So I have a page for that too. And then you guys can follow me on TikTok. Hopefully it doesn't get taken down again. Moon Girl, Mrs. of Paranormal. YouTube Moon Girl. The Clapper, the one that's not an STD, it's an app. That one, Moon Girl Paranormal. So yeah, follow me on those guys, and the bird or the X now, Moon Girl as well. So and thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, absolutely. Facebook is Moon Girl, Mistress of Paranormal. So yeah. Please follow, because you will not be disappointed. There's a lot of great content that she puts out, and she does events. So it's not impossible that she might do one near you. So
let me know.
You never know.
Yes.
All right. Shall we call it? Let some of these people go to bed.
Great. Good night, Ern.
Good thing. What if his name was Ernie? Anyway.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
No, it's getting
Mr. Albert. Mr. Albert says good night to you all.
All right, everybody. We're not sure when we'll do this particular again, but just keep track of all of us here, and we'll let you know. We'll give as much heads up as possible. As for myself, please, if you haven't done so already, please go and like GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakken. A whole week of radio shows ahead. Tuesday is actually going to be kind of paranormal chat. So whatever anyone wants to talk about, come on, and it'll be a great time. So with that being said, with everybody, Moon Girl, thank you so very much for thinking of me when you got the urn. I really appreciate that.
Of course. Definitely. I was like, me and my buddy need to do this shit.
We totally are. We're gonna get some white noise, and we're gonna see who this person is. So not tonight, I guess, but soon. Soon we will. So
maybe he didn't like us.
All right,
I want to get into these two crazy Aquarians. Probably an earth sign.
maybe that's what it is. Maybe this person is on a sign that doesn't like us. Maybe it's a dog. Maybe it's a dog.
This is our enemy sign. No.
Yeah, it's an enemy sign.
That's horrible. Yeah.
Prove me wrong. So all right, everybody, take care, and we'll see you all later. Have a good night.
Bye.